so far. While we make our brief change here, just wanted to let you know that first piece was Dedication Fanfare, of course, by Brittin Chambers. Brittin Chambers is a Texas-based composer, very, very popular and very prolific writing for concert bands. The next piece is a really classic of the repertoire, and it's a piece called Lindbergh Variations. And as you can expect, it is a theme of variations, and it's sort of a dual inspiration. The Lindbergh baby, of course, was the talk of the nation, kidnapping of the baby of Charles Lindbergh in 1930. And a couple of years later, there was a statue built in, of all places, set in Jacksonville Beach, Florida, at the site of an elementary school, I believe. A beautiful statue with the baby being cradled and an eagle in flight. And the composer took the inspiration from the story and also that statue to create a piece that kind of plays off the joyfulness of youth, the kind of sense of lightness, and there's even a lullaby, a march. So I know you'll enjoy Lindbergh Variations. much. Our next piece is a piece entitled This Cruel Moon. It's a beautiful piece with complex harmonies and really sophisticated wind writing. And these students have done such a great job with it this week. It's a really challenging work, and you wouldn't know it by the way these students play it. This piece was actually adapted from the second movement of John Mackey's symphony for band entitled Wine Dark Sea. And so it's taken from that movement and slightly altered. And you'll hear, as I said, lots of different complex harmonies and colors come out of the band. And it actually depicts the story of Odysseus from the Odyssey. So this piece features a number of different types of lush textures and emotions, and it was just such a pleasure preparing this with your students this week. So I hope you enjoyed This Cruel Moon by John Mackey. both did a great job with it. Before we close out our portion of the program, I just want to take the opportunity and first of all, thank the ensemble. They've worked so hard this week, and they were just a pleasure to work with, and just so professional and fun and funny. And when it was time to be funny, we were funny. When it was time to focus, we focused. So they did everything they were asked and even more. They were practicing in the breaks. They just really showed so much care and effort throughout the week. So I really appreciate that. Could we give them another hand, please? Publicly thank our counselors that were in the room all week helping us out with all things big and small and logistics-wise. Bobby Sheridan, Christopher Watson, and Russo Johnstone. So wherever you are, thank you so much. Now our final piece, I know you'll enjoy, I know the students enjoy it too. It's a piece that's actually very apropos, because just yesterday was Juneteenth, and this piece indeed kind of connects to that in a very natural way. The piece is called Just Vibe, and you know it's fun because it has an exclamation point at the end. Just Vibe is by composer Dr. Chandler Wilson, who is the director of bands, director of bands at Stetson University in Florida. And it's a piece meant to sort of celebrate and highlight African American culture, and primarily through taking musical licks and references to bands like Earth, Wind and Fire and Anderson, Pac, and also Heatwave. We even listened to them, Earth, Wind and Fire and Heatwave, during the week just to kind of get those sounds in our ears. So we had some groove education earlier in the week. So I hope you enjoy Just Vibe by Chandler Wilson.